take a look at this question. So this is Biology 2022, okay? And this question was the first question in paper 2. So this question came from the first topic of biology, okay? It came from cells. So it reads, figure 1.1 shows two generalized cells, F and G, of living organisms. Okay, and so this is cell F and this is cell what? G. And question 1 reads, identify the part labeled H. What is this part H? Because we have H and here we have J on the middle, on the center there, and the outer part I. So what is H? Well, before you answer, you need to identify which cell is this and which is this. So this is an animal cell. Number 1, because it doesn't have the outer layer. A plant cell has 2 layers, this outer and an inner. Okay, so this is a plant cell. This is an animal cell. It only has this. And it doesn't have this middle part, okay, the vacuole. It also doesn't have the powerhouse of the cell, the mitochondria, these things, okay? So this is an animal cell. And the outer part of an animal cell is a what? Is a cell membrane. So part H is cell membrane. Cell membrane. Okay? Then question 2, how does part H differ from I? Well, like I said, H is what? Is cell membrane. What about Y? What is Y if H is cell membrane? Y is the cell wall, okay? Because this is a plant cell, the outer part is the cell wall, then the inner layer, the inner coat is what? Is the cell membrane. So in short, they're asking the difference between cell membrane and cell wall. Well, the difference is that this one, it is semi-permeable, meaning it allows some substances to enter the cell and prevent others from entering and leaving. It allows entrance and exit of the what? Of the cell. While this one, it protects the cell, okay, from damage. That's the difference, because this is the outer part and it's very hard, while this one, it's semi-permeable. So H is semi-permeable. 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 That is, it allows or we can say it controls movement of substances in and out of the cell, while part I provides or protects the cell from damage. Okay, I hope you get this difference. So this is the difference between H and I. Now let's look at the next question. Question 3. So question 3 reads, explain the function of structure J. So they want us to explain the function of structure J. Well, you can't explain the function of structure J if you don't know structure J. So like I said, structure J is vacuum, okay? So structure J is vacuum. But what's the function of J? So its main function is to store nutrients and waste products, okay? To store nutrients and waste products. So the function is to do what? To store nutrients and waste products. That's the function of structure what? Structure J. Okay, then the last question, to which group of living organisms does cell F belong? This cell, which group of living organisms does it belong to? Okay, so like I said, this is which cell is F. What's the name? What's the name of cell F? Well, cell F is what? It's an animal cell, meaning the group of living organisms to which it belongs has to be what? Animals. So this is the last question. So cell F belongs to what? To animals. To animals. Yeah. All right. So this is the question. And don't forget to subscribe so that you may be updated each and every time new videos gets uploaded.